Right. So if you want to be happy, if you want to change your mindset, change your mindset.
I think people need to practice patience. I think people need to practice positivity, right? Good vibes.
Mhm.
And then this will, I'm not trying to create world peace here, but
I know. I feel like people are going to be like, oh, you guys oversimplify it. It's not that easy to be positive.
No.
Let me tell you, it's not easy to be positive. You know when it's not easy to be positive?
Yeah.
You know when it's the hardest?
When
everything is going to shit. Welcome back.
This week's episode, the topic is going to be energy. And I like to believe that I consider myself a high energy person.
Same.
So that's going to be the flow of this. And have there been episodes where maybe you didn't start an episode off where you're like super energetic?
Yeah.
Maybe that was by choice.
I believe in choices.
So Maria Lauren believes that you wake up with the choice, whether, you want to start off, if you want to have a good day, you wake up, You decide then and there. Personally, when I turn on this camera and we start recording, I have to kind of find my groove. So I think but I choose. I think you're right. Like we all choose what type of energy that we want to have for that day.
Mm-hmm.
Then I also believe that some people are just born with it.
You're not born with an energy. You're not born happy or sad.
Oh, why does energy have to be happy or sad?
Well, I'm just saying good energy. Listen, I think that you have control over your own energy and how you react to things and what you walk in with, right? We've all experienced someone walk in and you're like, damn, their energy is off, right?
Yeah, I think you can tell whether somebody has good energy from the moment that they walk into the room.
Has your energy ever been too much for someone? I find that happens to me sometimes. I think that people get a little scared.
I think it really depends on the people that I'm communicating with or surrounding myself with. Like, I think energy finds itself. If I have to try to be the most energetic person in a room or in a conversation or in a meeting.
Yeah, I hate that too. I don't like it when people sense my energy, which is very strong, I would say.
And then feel like they have to match it?
Or they're like competing with it. Like I can feel that energy too when people try to, oh my God.
Sorry.
When people try to talk louder.
Okay.
Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yes.
Like people
that's why you need to just
surround
surround yourself with good energy.
Yes, but people that try to like one up your energy is like also like annoying. When that happens, I kind of fall back. I'm like,
I don't know.
Need it.
I like it. I like high energy, but I can also tell when I'm with somebody or around somebody, whether it's, phony or if it's a front. My energy, you know what? I think that's just an act. I think that's just acting.
What's your energy?
If you people are just trying deliberately to match you.
Or they feel threatened by it.
Well, I guess it really depends if you know the person or not. Yeah, sometimes people are threatened by energy.
When you're you have a very high energy, that usually attracts other energies and it's kind of like a magnet. And people start to see that and they are like, hey, why is everyone giving that person so much attention? I don't like that because I could feel your hater energy. I could feel it. I get like side eye hating.
Yeah.
You never had someone like intentionally try to come in and steal your thunder. And it's like,
I don't know. That's kind of
then have it. Take it.
It really depends on this. This is all situational. The point is, before we continue to ramble on this episode, you have a choice.
Yeah, you have a choice every day.
I wonder if people feel the same way.
You don't think people realize they have a choice?
I don't think anybody should have a choice, whether you're going to wake up with high energy or not. Like what
do you mean? You don't think that? I think sometimes people intentionally choose to be, I don't want to say miserable or unhappy or just mad about something. They stay stuck in there. And you know what I think it comes down to is that it's actually comfortable. Like if you're used to being in that state, where I try to get myself as comfortable as I can with being happy every day. Every day is a new day. Something might have went wrong yesterday, but this morning I'm going to wake up and I'll be like, good morning, good morning.
And then the next day you can wake up and you can decide that, you know what, today just isn't my day.
sometimes that happens. Hey, I'm not perfect.
But
I'm not the energy guru, and I don't have perfect energy every day.
Look, everybody's entitled to having an off day. I think life is too short to live it miserably.
Right. So why not be happy?
Well, I guess that's, I don't know. It's kind of a loaded question when you think about it. Why aren't you happy? Like, I don't know. That's
yourself. What's standing between you and anything you've ever wanted to do?
I don't know. Yeah.
Yourself.
Mindset more than anything.
Right. So if you want to be happy, if you want to change your mindset, hello, change your mindset. Or
just, and we talk a lot about, like, in business, you have to surround yourself, your vibe attracts your tribe, and people talk about that all the time, but it's really true. This is like how I feel when it comes to surrounding myself with, I'm not going to say winners or losers, right? Because that's rude. That's rude, but I surround myself with winners. But the point is, you have to choose, right? Who you surround yourself with. Who you surround yourself with is who you become. I believe that. But also, I'm a firm believer in that I never want to be the smartest person in the room.
Nope.
Or in a conversation. Right. And if I'm there, I'm just visiting. I'm not there long term. I say that all the time. Because you want to grow.
Motivation. You don't want to be the best. You want to be around the best so you can learn from them. And I think, like, feed off of their great energy. I enjoy, like, learning from other people that are successful. Also, success is, it's different for different people. I feel like you always have to want more, right, for yourself, and there's always more that could be done, but you also have to be content with what you have.
Well, see that happy. Now, I beg to differ. Like, I don't believe in being content. I see, like, you can ask me, where do I see myself? And it could be life, business, relationship, health. If there's a pinnacle, and let's call it a ladder. And let's say there's 10 steps to this ladder, okay? I want to die, never have making it to 10. Because you can
maybe
always.
Content isn't the right word, but I feel like I think I use this phrase a lot. Like, I could be happy in a cardboard box because.
Can you, Maria?
No, I can make the best of any situation. You have to. If you can make the best of any situation, you can be as happy or as happy as you possibly could be every day. That's my thing. I want to be as happy as I can every day.
And that's great. It's all circumstantial. For me, I can't be happy in a cardboard box.
Why not?
My house is a cardboard box compared to the Kardashians.
Oh my God.
I look, if you're watching this, you're just listen to my voice. I've never, in the energy, and it's good energy, but I've never felt so poor after watching an episode of the Kardashians. Kris got a new house. Khloe got a new house. Now, Kim's house, really, really, really nice. And I'm going to sidebar. Oh my God, but Kanye designed it.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
But they're all kind of going towards that, like Kanye,
Balenci.
They're just all going towards the same kind of style of interior design, if you notice, which I, of course, do.
And actual fashion too. Like,
oh yeah.
Yeah, it's amazing.
But hey, people evolve, things change, your tastes change over time. Mine does.
You could be happy in a cardboard box and I can't. And I need to drive a Range Rover and I can't drive a Honda. And because I also believe that we're, people say we're here for what is it? Not a long time.
You're here for a good time, not a long time. Yeah.
Ridiculous.
I'm here for a good time.
Tomorrow isn't promised.
Tomorrow isn't. So why would you waste your time? You know what?
Because it really depends on because it's life.
Listen, I was having a conversation with Lewis today.
Okay.
Or not today, maybe 2 days ago in the car. And we were talking and I said, some people are so miserable working so hard for what? If you're going to be miserable every day, I don't understand if you don't enjoy what you do, you have to enjoy even the struggle. And you know what? I have to laugh at my struggle sometimes because that's the only thing that'll get me through it. But if I sat there and let every person that effed me over, that said no to me, if I just cried about it, like, what kind of life would I live? I'd be miserable. It's like, what's the point of working if you're not going to be happy?
So let me ask you, do you think this is all around like work-life balance?
It could be,
but it could be anything. You could have a relative dying, you could have disease, but you know what? I've seen people, I think like the closer you get to death or have experienced death, the more you don't take life for granted, if that makes sense. Like I know people, cancer survivors who love life, the most positive outlook on life. And I think a lot of us, we take a lot of these things for granted. Right? They go, we work a shitty job, but we go home to a home and we have food on the table. It's like life isn't so bad. We don't live in a third world country.
No.
And if
things could always be worse. That's my also.
Things can always be worse, but you can always be doing better.
I agree. I agree with that. Because I do think I have like high standards, but again, I'm not going to be miserable. I'm not going to waste my days being absolutely miserable. I'm not. It's a waste of life. It's a waste of energy.
And look, I consider myself a pretty positive person, but we're all entitled to those days, those shit days.
Yes.
And, you're just like, here's the difference between, for me, I know I can mask it though.
Can you get out of it?
Yeah, of course. I just need like 24 hours, 12 hours at best to have like just a down day, a recharge. I call them recharge days, like where I just don't want to be high energy, but sometimes I really don't have a choice. But also if it like,
have you ever, I know people go to you to, when they're not feeling good, and sometimes maybe they just want a vent session, but have you ever noticed that some of those people, maybe like, no matter what you say to them, no matter how you spin it for them, they can just bring it back and be like, you know what? But no, it's horrible. It's shit. It's never going to get better.
Well, I'll tell those people. And yeah, there's absolutely people that it's draining me. But then, so like, I have to kick it up a level. So it's not like empathy is out the door at this point. If I'm telling you, or if I'm encouraging you, or you're coming to me with a question, and you need advice or you need guidance, and I'm giving it to you, and you still want to make like literally up every excuse in the book on as to why you can't hit the goal that you set forth to achieve, I don't care anymore. It's because I think a lot of it, like
they're energy vampire. Then they're coming to you all the time. It's happened to me.
Well, that's when, you have to subliminally cut them off, or I may not answer the phone as many times, or I may not be quick to respond, especially if it's like the same thing over and over and over again. And I don't have, there's no pity. Like I don't have it for myself. I'm not going to have it for you. And it's not like I'm not like an empathetic person. Like I think empathy is very, very important, but man,
I am empathetic. When I see them calling, I'm like, damn, I don't want to deal with this right now, but I will.
But how many times can you tell somebody to be better?
Well, because I'm so optimistic that I'm like, maybe this is the time.
Yeah.
Maybe this is the time.
Not for me. Not for me. And, again, like I don't want to be sucked of my energy. Like, I don't even think I can like hang on I can't even have hold a conversation on the phone with someone with negative energy for like more than like 10 minutes.
Really?
Yeah.
What do you say? All right, I gotta go. Bye.
Yeah, we have clients calling.
Bye.
Yeah, we do. I do that all the time. I hope. Yeah,
I don't know. It's my Achilles heel that but that's my own issues, is that I take on other people's issues as my own. So if I feel like I can help them, which I always feel like I can, I just try to give them some of that positive energy, and maybe they don't take it in that day.
That's if they're coming to you. So if someone's coming to me for it, then I'll give it.
Yeah.
I'm only good for like on the same person, maybe like 2 givings a week.
2 givings a week.
2 givings a week. I can't give any more than that. You can't, and then it's people who will come to you and just complain, they want to be, Karens or negative Nancy's. And dude, I don't. I think it gets to the point.
Well, we all complain a little bit, right?
Yes,
about something to a degree.
Yes. But we're talking about miserable people here. Like you have a choice, I don't know what it is in life. Maybe you have someone in your family that's not, that's not doing too well. Maybe your business isn't flourishing. Maybe you hate your job. Maybe you hate,
maybe you hate your spouse.
Maybe you hate your spouse. Maybe you hate your kids. I have no idea. Maybe you just hate yourself. You're not happy with, your health or whatever it is. You know what? Today
starts within.
You can stop right now. You can stop this, like literally, you can stop this recording. You can stop this podcast. You could pause it and you can say, you know what? Today I'm going to change. I'm going to do something to be better.
A choice.
People
make
ask
the
me,
choice.
They come to me and then like they'll ask me like, how'd you do this? How'd you do that? Like, And there's nothing I've ever done in life other than put my mind to something and then achieved it. Like, and I know that sounds like, and that's different for everybody. Like, what I'm looking for in life isn't what other people are looking for in life. But it's like, you ask me how, I tell you how. I give you, the recipe,
the roadmap.
And if you, and you still have to navigate it. I'm not going to hold your hand.
Work.
Yeah. Here's what it is. This is what it is. For me, I don't care what it is in life. I don't care if it's business. We wanted to do the podcast, put our mind to it. Here we are. Here we are. I wanted to, set forth on, getting as healthy as humanly possible for myself.
You are doing it. Wait, can I just give a shout out that my man is at 199?
I know, that's crazy, right?
What?
I think I posted on.
He motivated me. Now I'm like, I gotta get on my fitness. Like I ain't having him upstage me.
Tara jumped on the Peloton. Shout out Tara. She's on the Peloton. She was earlier this morning.
Tara.
Yeah, that's amazing. You know what I was also thinking? I was thinking that I've sold at least 5 Pelotons.
I know. You should be sponsored.
There should be a discount code. I don't even want anything.
Yeah, at least a discount.
How? Yeah, maybe on my monthly membership. I don't know. Like, but anyway, so people will, ask me, and you know what? Maybe it's kind of the vibe that I give off, because I don't really go to anybody for anything. Like, I don't ask people questions. I don't ask people for like advice. I just figure it out. That's kind of like me and Tara. Like, we're just gonna figure it out.
Yeah.
Because I don't think there's anything overly complicated in life that you cannot YouTube, Google.
I like to bounce things up. I mean, I think I'm the queen of that. Like, I'm like, hey, what do you think of this? They're like,
here's the difference. Here's why I don't do that. And I think that's great.
Because people are going to shit on you. You got to watch. You got to watch who you are talking to. Because a lot of people, and then you get upset about it.
You feel some type of way.
You're like, but you know what? That's because I think a lot of people can't see the possibilities. So when you bring especially a big dream or something that sounds like it's not possible, I think people's gut reaction is to tell you why you can't.
That is an absolute fact.
Right? But for me, come to me. Tell me your shit, because I'm going to hype you up. I'm going to tell you, yes, you can.
You are a yes woman.
Yeah,
but like, you have to also mentally be prepared for that too. Like, criticism. So if you're going to somebody with an idea, like, even I can go to Tara with like some of the craziest shit ever, and like, she'll tell me, that's a great idea, and I'm like, screw you, who asked? It's like, so like, for me, I don't ask. Like, I'll do it. I never ask people.
I do agree. When I feel like it's something really big, I think I've held in a lot of the things that I wanted to do, and I don't tell people until it's done, because a lot of people, and it'll be the people closest to you, and I don't think that they intentionally do it, but
criticize,
or they just tell you why you can't, or why it's not a good idea, or instead of, and I had to catch myself on that sometimes, right? Because I feel like I grew up pretty in a critical environment that you're always on the defense of like, well, I can because of this, and this. And you don't really have to explain yourself to anybody. If you really want to do something, just go do it.
Yeah.
You don't have to explain yourself.
It's kind of like surrounding yourself with the right people too. Like, with the certain people that you surround yourself with, you're gonna like, look, dude, it's simple. Hanging out with 5 losers, you become the 6th one.
That's right.
You're hanging out with 5 winners, it's the same thing. Like, you just,
I like that. I haven't really heard of that. Your friends always tell, your parents will be like, tell me who your friends are. I'll tell you who you are.
You're right.
But I like that. You hang out with 5 losers, you become the 6th one. Yeah. It's true.
Yeah. You really, and
if you hang out with 5 negative people, what positivity could you have in your life?
You can't. And then don't try to be that beam of light that changes everybody too.
Well, that's me.
Well, see, so look, I'm 34 years old. I'm done. Like, I'm not trying to save the world. I'm not. I lived quite literally half of my life.
Oh my God, don't talk
by
like that.
traditional standards. Yeah.
I don't like thinking like that.
I know, I'm halfway through. So I'm I'm gonna do what I want to do. Yeah. Like that's like, and that includes surrounding myself with people.
What if there's someone, right, that needs that little push, that little, like they talk to 5 people and they don't even realize that they're surrounding themselves with some negative people. And then you talk to 5 people and then you're that 6th person that's like, nah, I think that's a great idea. You should go for it. You should do it. I believe in you. What if you're that person for somebody? That brings me such immense joy. To me, that is, it's better than selling any house. It's better than making any money. It's better than buying any bag, to know that I could bring that joy to somebody. Does that sound corny?
No,
I don't care.
no. What is it, like temporary joy though? Like, is it?
No, it's knowing that you've given someone the gift of positivity. I don't know.
And then, but like, what do they do with it? Like, that's my thing.
What if they move a mountain with it? You don't know.
What if they jump off a mountain with it?
No.
Cut that out. Okay.
My God, no. Listen,
I guess, we're
I mean, I thought, well, it's weird because you have great energy. You're a positive person. I think I just believe more in other people. You're like, nah.
No, I think I've seen enough where you either got it or you don't. Like, at least at this stage in life.
No, you do. But here's the caveat, right?
What is it?
I can offer it. I can give you encouragement. But if you don't want it, it ain't gonna work. You have to want it. You have to want.
Can't want it more for somebody.
The light, right? You can't want it more for someone.
No, that kind of like leads me into I don't know. Yeah, okay, yeah, energy is great. I love that, and I really do have high energy. But then, like, the world is also a shitty place too. So like, I can't, like, this is not. It's not about me. It's not about you, right? Like, this is about like people who are listening, who are struggling. I mean, look, I don't think there's an excuse for certain things that are like, first of all, this country is just absolutely upside down right now. But like, what is going through someone's head when they wake up in the morning and decide to take out an elementary school? Like, that's what I want. Like, do you, like, we talk about having empathy for people, like, there's no empathy for someone like that.
That's hard. That is. But you don't know what's running through someone's head, and it's evil. Sometimes you can't stop what other people do, and it's scary. It's hard for me not to spiral and have anxiety about stuff like that. That's why, because you don't know. But all I can do is try to be the best person I can to as many people, and hopefully, they remember that. Yeah. That's all I can do. It doesn't make an excuse. It doesn't mean because someone's mean to you, you can just go do whatever you want. That's what I tell my kids too. Make sure when you go to school that you go out of your way to be nice to somebody.
I think it's important. Yeah, because it all starts at home.
But it's almost like a security measure too. Make sure you're nice to everybody because you never know.
Yeah, this is why, like, seriously, like, I've thought about this before. Like, my road rage is come way down. I'll never forget. It was years ago. Tyra was like, "You don't know that dude has a gun under his seat. Like, you gotta be careful."
Scary. Don't start me on that because now I'm gonna have anxiety for the rest of the day.
Well, think about this for a second. You have no idea what this all leads back to empathy, right? Like, you have no idea
what they've gone through
that day, that month, that year, 5 minutes ago, 5 seconds ago, whatever. And then, like, people just have to, relax. Like, you're gonna get there. Whatever you got to do is gonna get done. I think people need to practice patience. I think people need to practice positivity. Right? Good vibes. And then this will, I'm not trying to like create world peace here, but
I know, I feel like people are going to be like, oh, you guys oversimplify it. It's not that easy to be positive.
No.
Let me tell you, it's not easy to be positive. You know when it's not easy to be positive?
Yeah.
You know when it's the hardest?
When
everything is going to shit. Yeah. When no one is believing in you. When no one's hyping you up. When your friends are not being as supportive as you would like them to be. That's when it's hard, right? But if you keep doing it and you keep pushing through it, that's when it pays off the most, I think. Well, I keep telling myself that because, the optimist.
I don't know. I think it depends on, like, I don't know. People like to do things and they want their merits and they want their pats on the back or they want their cookies. Like, for me, I was just never that person. I didn't need anybody to tell me, "Oh, you're doing well. Oh, you're doing
but
great."
Maybe somebody else does.
Yeah,
does it kill you to give someone a word of affirmation?
I do it all the time, but what I'm saying is I've never been the one to need something like that. Like because I don't know. It's kind of strange. It's kind of weird, but then I feel almost as if maybe I revert back or something happens and, things don't last forever, then I've maybe let that person down, or I've like set a standard that, people, expect of me or who I am. So I just do it for myself. I do like, or my family, of course, that's really, really important. But, I don't know, for me, it's just different. It's just, I don't need the accolades. Like I don't need, the support is fantastic. But what I'm trying to say is it's not going to motivate me anymore or any less, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Right. Like I'm going to continue to push through. I'm going to continue to do what I have to do. And I'm not going to expect anything in return. As a matter of fact, I'm a huge proponent of like giving and doing everything for free because, I believe in the world. I believe in virtue. I believe it's all coming back. So I just try so when I wake up every day, like, and maybe to get to the point where I know people don't expect me to be negative, or I know people don't expect me to be miserable or because I've had people come to me and like, Mike, you seem off today. Well, like, what you
can I get a break from being the sunshine?
Yeah.
Can I get a break? I know.
Why is it that? And then like, so people with high energy are always positive, rather, right? And then like there's so much expected of you too. Like you have to be, there's pressure, there's underlining pressure there. If you look, I'm no influencer, I'm not, a public figure or anything like that, but like, that's what really kills me. Like someone comes in like, oh, you don't yourself today. You just don't, like, what is that supposed to mean?
I would probably say that though. I would be like, hey, what's going on? Is something bothering you?
And you know what? Here's the thing. Like, I probably wouldn't talk about it.
You wouldn't talk about it, but I think you should. Hey, if someone wants to open that can of worms with me, you sure as hell can.
And that's why this episode is brought to you by Dan the Therapist.
Oh, I have to talk to him soon.
So you want to talk, or so therapy is good too for shit like that, I guess. I mean,
it is good. Well, I just believe in, get it out. Don't keep the poison in, so that you have the ability to be more positive.
I sweat it out. I sweat the negativity out, toxins. You want to be, if you're looking for happiness in life, you should be fasting for at least, I've never pushed my agenda on absolutely anybody. You should be fasting. You should be eating once a day. I'm telling you, it rids the body of all the toxins. Here, think about this for a second. This is an ancestral trait. Why do we eat 3 times a day?
I don't know.
Because it feels that's exactly right. Because it feels good. But you're not in survival mode.
No.
Your body is not in survival mode when you're eating 3 meals a day. Look, here's the point.
Life is short, though. Like, if you want to have...
and if you eat 3 times a day, it's going to be even shorter.
Really? You think it's going to be shorter?
What? But again, why? Because it feels good? Like, people eat 3 meals a day because it feels good?
Well, I can't speak for everyone, but...
People, because it's too hard. People don't want to do things that are hard. You know what happens when people get uncomfortable?
They quit.
And they go back to what feels comfortable, working a 9 to 5, eating 3 meals a day, just
being miserable.
Being miserable.
Yeah.
It's all, it's all mental. It starts somewhere. It has to start somewhere, whether it's upstairs,
Well, whatever. You can't, here's the thing. You got to be happy every day. Can't live for a vacation. Can't live for the weekend.
Oh, but wait a minute. People will say you can't live for a vacation. Like I create a life that I don't need to vacation from. Boom, blur this out, okay? Because I love a good vacation.
I love a good vacation.
And it's not a vacation.
Much as anyone else.
No. And you know what?
Why would you be miserable for 50 weeks out of the year to go on maybe 2 vacations and be happy?
True. But still, come on. Like I'm going to cut that last part, but I don't, I can understand the premise behind, okay, create a life you don't need to vacation from. Well, then I'm just going to call them trips because I like to go on a good trip.
I love a good trip.
You see, like that's the thing too. Like people are so judgmental, and that's another thing that
judgy. I don't like judgy people,
and that'll kill your vibe too.
I've gotten less and less judgmental. I've noticed that. I feel like when I look back,
what is there to judge anymore? Like, I mean, look, within our circles, we're always going to talk shit, like that's
everybody's got a little shite to talk. Yeah, but I feel 100%. like I'm just less and less judgmental. I feel like the more things I go through in my life, the more empathy I get and the less that I'm judgy. It's like, hey, do you, boo boo, and I'm gonna do me, right?
Yeah, I like that. And honestly, I'm less. I would consider myself less judgy too. I'm less impressed, if that makes sense.
I'm
Like, don't
definitely
care about like
material things. Don't
no,
impress me. Your energy impresses me.
So like for me, I love nice things. I'm not gonna stop buying nice things because I don't buy nice things to impress people. I buy nice things because I believe in I believe in quality.
Oh yeah, quality. Yeah,
you buy something of quality. You buy something with some type of.
What about people like that love a good humble brag? Like, I find that so funny because people do it a lot.
I try not to.
I almost rather like someone that's like full of themselves. That's like, hey, look what I got. Look how much money I spent. I'd rather actually someone do that than someone that tries to like
I will judge though.
Sneak it in like, well, I mean, we only paid $4,800, and they know it's expensive, but they're like trying to throw in that humble brag.
Don't like leave prices out of it. Like whatever you're doing, like people know.
I just don't care.
If you need to tell someone what you paid for something, get over yourself. No one gives a shit. Like, oh, maybe if somebody asked,
or dropping I have this and I have. Listen, like that's great, and I'm not a hater. I'm happy for you, but at the same time, it's like, are you happy? Because that's what I would be envious over. People that are just so happy and you don't even know why. They don't really have a reason. That's what I try to be like. I try to get there.
Yeah, I'm with you. Look, I am very happy when I get in my vehicle because I'm always in my vehicle. I drive
I'm very happy when I get in my Range Rover.
Yeah, but it's not like a sport or it's not a full body, it's a Velar. See,
oh my God. Humble. See, that's a humble brag.
It's a humble brag, right? It's modest. It's freaking. But you know what? I love it, and that's like I'm in my car 95% of the time by myself. So I don't feel the need that I. Like, look, we post and we brag or we show off. I think there's a deep-rooted reason, not an issue behind why we do some of those things. And I do believe in perception, and I do believe in like surrounding yourself with people with lifestyles that you also want to, not necessarily like as far as like materialistic things are concerned, because to know me is to know that do we like nice things? Yeah, we're not like what is filthy rich? Like we are successful in what we do, but here's the thing, to know me is to know that I cherish more than anything my time.
Yeah,
my time is the most important thing. I have to spend time with my wife, doing passion projects, whatever it is. Like my time is the most important thing for me. So
I would say time, and I've realized the most valuable things to me lately, as of late, is time and health is wealth.
Health is wealth. Well, because if you're not freaking here,
right? Like, who cares how much money you have? Who cares how much designer you have?
Listen to this. Start the podcast from here. If you are not, if health, it's mental, physical, your well-being, period.
Yeah.
You don't have that. Like, you know what? Even when I was extremely overweight, I was a pretty, what do they call those guys? It's a very jovial. I was
very jovial.
And
no, I think you've always had a really good magnetic energy. I just feel like this is just
could have been the drugs too, at one point in time. But
cut that out.
Okay, so we gotta cut.
Your mom.
Nah, she knows. So I don't know. It really depends on the as far as like people who think that you need to actually wake up and like fake it till you make it, or you have to try. Like, this is not a facade. This is not an act. Like this is who we are.
This is who I am.
Like, I don't think people would ever listen or download or view if we didn't have any type of energy. Like, to me, like that's the thing too. Like, I think people are more interesting when they're more energetic. I'm just being honest.
Yeah. I mean, but listen, the world needs all kinds of people.
Yeah, the world needs Elon Musk. That guy's not very interesting. He's not very high energy.
He's not. He's very low.
And intellectual, nevertheless.
Super smart.
Very smart.
Very smart.
Kind of intimidating smart.
Where's he from? Because he's got the accent, but I don't know where he's from.
Yeah, Texas.
No, he's not. No, he's not. It's like, is he Swedish or something?
Yeah.
I have to like Google it and look it up. But Amber Heard was dating him.
No.
Yeah, Elon Musk. He came out in the trial. I'm still very invested in that trial, by the way, because it has given me life. Like, it is so good. It's better than any show that's on TV right now. Hands down.
No way. Are you watching? Okay, so when you say TV, do you mean like streaming services too?
What are you watching on streaming?
Well, I don't have cable, so I'm not watching anything on cable. But I am watching Stranger Things 4.
Oh, that's too scary for me.
Really?
Yeah, but you know what's really cool is that the little guy from there, he works on LBI. Do you know that? Because his parents won't let him touch his money from acting.
Really?
And he literally has to have a job, and he works on LBI. Yeah, he works at like a bar.
No way.
Yeah.
So we can go see him?
Yeah, we can go see him. We should.
We should. Oh
I'm
my
sure,
God,
like,
he's gonna
they probably employ him too, because they know like people like probably flock there for pictures and things like that.
I'm gonna flock there for pictures. Like that's
yeah. I love his parents for that, by the way. They're like, we're not gonna let you like get hyped up on drugs, spend all your money. You're gonna work, okay? And then you can touch this money after you come of age. I love that idea.
What's of age?
I don't know. How old is he? He's got to be like 18. Younger. I don't think he's 18 yet for some reason, but he's still working like a regular job.
Pretty cool.
And yeah, we should go pay a visit.
But it's kind of messed up because he's working a job as he's acting.
Yeah, well, he's doing both, but they're like, hey, listen, you're not going to just blow all your money. I feel like that's super smart. Like, why not teach him a little hard work?
Yeah.
Right?
Man, did they hit the lottery?
They hit the lottery on that one. Yeah. But I got to tell you, taking your kids to auditions, doing all that, and I've done it. It's a full-time job, and it's really hard.
So do you take a manager's cut?
For my kids? No, I didn't. No. But you have to pay the agent anyway, so.
By the time you chop it all up, there's probably like how much is really left?
No, nothing. Like when I tell you how much money I spent driving into the city for my kids.
So expensive.
Yeah, because I would pay for parking, I would pay for the tolls, and then like, this one wants a pretzel to keep them happy. This one, so it ended up being very expensive. And 2 times Julia did me dirty. And after that, I was like, I'm never doing this again with you. Like you're done. You're retired.
And you haven't done anything with Remy.
No, you see, that's a third kid. It's like, I don't have time to drive into the city or drive to Philly with some of the auditions.
Can I ask you why parents do that?
What? Put their kids in auditions?
Yeah.
Well, for Blake, because he always had like such an amazing personality, and he loved to like put on for people. Like he loved to be the center of attention. And I was like, there's no reason why we shouldn't try him. And he booked a couple things and he was great. But then he also puts a lot of pressure on himself. And sometimes it's not about how well you do. It's about the look. Sometimes you don't have the look, and that's okay.
No, that's completely fine. The world clearly needs children actors.
Yeah.
Right?
But you don't believe in it.
No way. Because the kid, there's no, like, I don't care who you are. There's no kid that knows that they want to be an actor at that age. I just don't believe in it. I believe and look, this is the beautiful thing about, being open and transparent. I think, look. You think I don't want to give, well, I can't give birth, period. But to the next LeBron James, I would love to. I'm just not going to push or force an agenda on anybody, a kid, whatever it is. No, I think it starts with the parents. The parents want the kids to be successful.
Well, listen, I'm not going to lie. I saw dollar signs.
As soon as I realized
that this kid can act on command and redo, like he would do something cute and I'd be like, do it again. And he would do it again. I said, oh no, we can make money on this.
You know what it is?
But I got to tell you, it was incredibly taxing.
Now, you know what you got to do today? Start a TikTok.
For Blake?
For kids, whatever.
Oh, yeah.
But then, be careful. Kanye not really happy with Kim putting the babies on the TikTok. But
you can't go on the TikTok.
No. See, these kids are like super connected.
Yeah, no, they really are.
Like, could you imagine handing one of these kids a CD, a compact disc?
Oh, my God.
And I was the king of the ultimate mixtape. Ask anybody.
Do you know before CDs, my sister and I would listen to the radio, and if a song we came on,
you record it.
You hit on the tape.
On a cassette.
Yeah.
So a cassette
used to make mixes. Yeah, like kids, they don't know what that is. they're so happy, you know,
and spoiled.
They're so spoiled.
But they said the same thing about us when we were
yeah,
growing up.
They definitely did. They're like, you don't know how good you had it. I had to trek in the freezing cold in the snow 5 miles to go to school. And I'm like, are you sure?
Yeah, but really think about this today. Like, you can have food delivered to your step. You pick up your phone, food is there instantly. Not where you live, because you live in the sticks.
I
but
do.
You can, music is like, you don't have to go to the store to buy a CD.
No,
You
no
can
more FYE.
Yeah. Oh my God, for your entertainment. That was great.
Remember?
Yeah. I remember Virgin Records in New York. None of that stuff is there. We didn't make it.
Do you remember in Trenton? Shout out to anyone in Trenton, traded tape.
Traded tape?
Yeah,
absolutely.
We used to go there all the time.
Yes.
So fun.
And then there was the Barracks Trading Post, which at one point, I forget where it was located, but I think they actually relocated down to South Jersey. I don't know. But anyway, like, that's really cool. I had vinyl.
Oh.
Yeah, I had vinyl. Like, I had like
I think my grandparents had it.
Well, I was just buying rap vinyls.
Oh,
yeah, really? I had so many CDs. Anyway, to spiral.
Yeah, just to like bring it back to like the chaos of like, what are we even trying to say? Nobody knows.
Nobody knows. And if you're listening, you have no idea what you're listening to right now. But I bet you someone out there can relate.
Someone can, right?
Someone? Yeah, because to the spiral or to the energy. Look, here's the message. Life is too short.
Yeah. Be happy.
Life is too short. Be happy.
Enjoy it. Do it up. YOLO.
And stop. And you know what? Like, people are unhappy with their bank accounts and their bodies. And it's all because of it. Look, if you can be happy living in a cardboard box,
if you can have fun.
Yeah, then who cares? You know what the problem is? And this is where I was talking about last week with the whole, perception and social media and keeping up with the Joneses.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing impresses me. Someone smart, that impresses me. Of high intellect, that impresses me. Someone who's done something, right? Or someone with high energy, that impresses me.
No, you know what impresses me the most is someone that other people might take pity on, or that someone might say, look down on, or say that they're in a bad position, or maybe they're in really poor health, and they are happier than a mofo. That impresses me.
Yeah, like some of these homeless people, they're just so thrilled to just be alive. Or
people like maybe they lost both of their legs.
No, yeah. And well, I think that's like traumatic shit too. Like, but they take life, they don't take it for granted.
No,
we take simple things like walking for granted.
That's right.
Reading, driving our cars, and it's not until the point is, it shouldn't have to get to the point where. And I love the people who have made the best with absolutely, again, it's all circumstantial, who's made the best with, any issue or trauma or whatever that they've faced. And maybe that changed like introspectively.
What can you learn from them? Like, you shouldn't have to get there.
Okay, check this out. I saw somebody with quite literally one hand, like exercising. And I was just like, I love that. How can I not? I got two.
Right.
Like,
you have two able-bodied legs, arms, and they're out there and they're doing CrossFit. I've seen it.
Yeah, it's pretty impressive.
And I'm like, hey, what can I learn from that? What I can learn from it is that they found motivation, they're happy, they're reaching goals, so can I. Right? That's how I say it.
It goes both ways though. Like, I see people who are, terribly successful at what it is that they do. And I'm like, oh my God. Well, if they can do it,
so can I. I do see that too.
Yeah, a lot.
And sometimes it's hard to not be like, hey, how did they get there and I'm not? You never know. Sometimes it's a nice cocktail of luck, ambition,
and
being at the right place at the right time.
That's a real thing.
Making the right connections.
Who cares if they're miserable though?
Yeah.
Like, if they're miserable.
Well, I don't like to see that. People that are incredibly successful or have an amazing life to what people see on the outside, and then they're miserable.
That's the thing, you don't really know. Like,
you never know.
It's as much. That's what it is. Like, if you know somebody because you know them in passing or on Instagram or on social media, you don't know that person. You have no idea what they're going through, what type of internal, debate, struggle, battle. You have no idea. And also, money can't buy happiness. Lavish things can't buy happiness. Happiness is, you have to find it. You have to find it. You have to find it within yourself. And once you do find it, do me a favor. Okay. Hold on to it. Don't let it go. And don't give it up to absolutely anybody. Forget your virginity. Don't give up your happiness. The point is, it is so valuable, right? But here's the best part. You can wake up tomorrow and you can start all over again.
You can. It's a new day.
You have to figure it out. And I think this was good. I needed this. It's been a long weekend. I needed some good vibes.
I love good vibes.
I hope somebody, took something away from all
I
of
hope
this.
someone's listening to this like on the beach and they feel so pumped up after this, because it's a beautiful day out for the beach.
It's 100 degrees outside.
And I hope that, we've been able to positively impact your life today.
We do hope that, and we hope that you tune in. Am I doing the mouth? My mouth making noises again?
I don't know. I'll watch it back later.
Oh my God, it's doing it. And we hope that you tune in next week. Summer vibes, positivity, endorphins.
Yeah.
There's no more seasonal depression. Get out there and be happy, but don't expect anything in return for doing it. Don't do it. Don't do it for the accolade. Don't do it for the pat on the back. Just go out there. You want to do something nice. You want to be positive. Do it for yourself. That's the most important part. And
I love that.
You like that?
I like it.
Should we end it on that positive note?
Yeah, we should.
All right. And then we'll see you next week.
See you next week.